Welcome back to Hub City Now. It's Mike Sanderson, and the Greater Moncton Music Festival is underway all this month throughout the city. And we've got Tim Borlase who's going to come on. We're going to talk about that. But first, here's a sampling with Neha and Sophia. Yes. Oh, very, very nice. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Neha and Sophia. Just a little bit of a sampling, a little bit of the Greater Moncton Music Festival that is ongoing right now throughout the month of April here in Moncton. And now we are joined by Tim Borlase, who is a little bit of the brainchild behind it. So, Tim, just talk a little bit about this month. You've got quite an active month coming up.
That's right. It started on Monday. We have over 800 different classes. So that implies about a few thousand people, really, when you consider choirs. It's everything from guitar playing to percussion to voice to woodwinds, as you heard just now. And we have, of course, lots of piano. So there's usually, each day there's 4 or 5 different venues. And it's one of the most expensive things in town. It's $2 to enter. And that takes you in, or you can get a book like this for $12 for the whole 2 weeks. And that entitles you and a friend to go in to any session. And then at the end of the month, on the 23rd of April, we have 2 galas. And these galas are a junior gala at 2 o'clock and a senior gala at 7. And these would be special performances that were adjudicated and were seen as being, you know, a good quality, and not that most of it isn't, but a special, you know, they're a way of sort of celebrating the diversity of the music that we hear in the Greater Moncton area. So it's quite exciting. The whole time is exciting, and you know, the emphasis is on meeting people that are playing the same instrument as yourself, and also listening to an adjudication and picking up some tips for future playing. You know, it's not like the old style music festivals where, you know, you were quite scared.
Yeah, and everything is judged, and it's
you're
competing almost.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we try to downplay the competition, although they are, you know, after grade 3, we students receive a mark because it's kind of an indication to them where they are on the spectrum. So yeah. So it's a great event. We're I'm not letting you ask any questions, I can see.
That's right. Just keep talking. Don't worry about that. You're the man who's got the knowledge. So
yeah.
You know.
No,
but,
it's a great event. It's 82 years old here, and this is actually the oldest music festival of its type in New Brunswick. It hasn't been 82 years consistently, not every year, but since it began. And it began in what is now the Crown Plaza on the first floor. They had 24 competitors in the whole festival, and we have thousands now. And it was put on by the Ladies Lunch Group. And it was just piano.
That's such a specific name.
Yeah,
Group, you know.
Yeah.
Let's just identify with Moncton with that kind of a name, you know. But you mentioned it's a very long-running, you know, festival. It's gone on for you know, as you said, 82 years now. Yeah. Is there a kind of almost like a bastion to the public trust in running this thing, where it's like it's gone on for so long that there's a certain prestige to it? Do you feel that kind of responsibility?
Yeah. It's gone through. It's certainly primarily classical music, and that's certainly not everyone's cup of tea. But at the same time, it validates classical music, and we have a lot of people that come, no longer have children playing in it, but just like to hear the music. You know, even though they're getting judged and they're playing, but they, you know, we have our own groupies, I guess you would call it, in the sense that, you know, they follow the festival every year, and we rely on a lot of volunteers. And so you'd have people that are willing to be secretaries to the adjudicators, or working on the door, or making arrangements for us, helping set up. And so it involves a good number of people, probably 70 to 100 all told. And then we have the venues themselves, which in most cases let us use their facilities for free. So we use a lot of churches because it's a great venue. Usually for acoustically, it's great, and they're usually available during the day. And we also use, you know, use halls like La Caserne, and then we have the final concerts at the Capitol. Yeah, it ends up involving lots of people. But the committee itself, which is, I'm going to put out a little plug for them, the committee is very small. So, actually we only have 9 members on the committee. And it's a big event for 9 people. And we're looking for anybody who has an interest in music. You don't have to be playing an instrument or singing. We'd love to have you join the group. It's meetings about once a month, except closer to the festival itself. Then we meet more regularly. And we have, you know, it's a good group to work with, and we're, you know, we could really use another 5 or 6 people.
Yeah, looking for more. Well, you mentioned it's an event with thousands of people. You mentioned the volunteers, and there needs to be organization involved with that. And of course, it's a very big undertaking. For people who want to find out a little bit more about the Greater Moncton Music Festival, where can they find it?
We're on New Brunswick. All the music festivals in New Brunswick have a website. It's called the New Brunswick Federation of Music Festivals. And so you look under NBF. MF, and we're there. That's one of the, it's one of our problems, really, is that's the only place we are, because we don't have enough people to generate a social media, you know. We're all doing little functions. So if there was somebody that was interested in doing that, we should really have our own website, and you know.
someone who can run all of that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, right now we're kind of dependent on the provincial one.